What's up, fuckers? It's tea time. Well, son of a gun. COVID deaths are dropping and mass shooting deaths are rising. Feels great getting back to normal, doesn't it? The COVID pandemic is ending and the gun epidemic is picking up right where it left off. 7 mass shootings in 7 days. Hurry and get your shot so you can get shot, y'all. The GOP is sending thoughts and prayers and the NRA is sending boasts and brags. The NRA couldn't wait to boast about helping block a ban on assault-style rifles in Boulder, Colorado, less than 2 weeks before 10 people were killed in America's latest mass shooting. The Colorado judge blocked Boulder from enforcing a 2-year ban on assault-style rifles in the city. I have 5 good reasons why this ban should have happened in Colorado. Columbine High School, April 1999. Aurora Theater, July 2012. Planned Parenthood, November 2015. STEM School Highlands Ranch, May 2019. And now, King Soopers, March 2021. All mass shootings, all with assault-style rifles, all in Colorado. But let's widen the scope on our military-grade weapons of death, shall we? One of the top 10 calibers for killing deer is the 25-06 Remington. Although more than 100 years old, the 30-30 Winchester is still arguably one of the best deer hunting rifles. But the 30-30 is also good at killing bears. It's not just a proven bear killer, it's probably the most proven bear killer. My dick feels bigger already. Bang, bang. Now, let's take a look at the most proven human killer, the AR-15. The AR don't stand for assault rifle, it stands for Armalite rifle. All right, you say potato. And either way, it certainly doesn't stand for defend rifle. The AR-15 is one of the best human hunting rifles on the market. The AR-15 was used to mass shoot people in Boulder, Orlando, Sutherland Springs, Aurora, Colorado, Las Vegas, Parkland, San Bernardino, Poway Synagogue, Tree of Life Synagogue, Sandy Hook, Midland, Odessa, and a Waffle House in Tennessee. Would you like grits or toast with your massacre today? And there wasn't a single good guy who just so happened to have a gun there to save the day. Again, it's strange how Republicans won't ban assault-style rifles in our country when they're so eager to ban so many things. They ban Muslims coming into our country, abortion, gay marriage, LGBTQ protections, and they even ban using the terms climate change and global warming in Florida. This unwritten policy went into effect at the Department of Environmental Protection after Republican Governor Rick Scott was elected in 2011. But stranger things have happened, like the time a Yeti fucked a Keebler elf, and that's how we got Ted Cruz. Then his parents adopted him, and he became a senator of Texas. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. We all know Ted Cruz is a lizard person that likes pizza. But Ted Cruz also likes money, and he likes it a lot more than he likes his constituents, I'll tell you that. Fred Cruz said the El Paso shooting in 2019 was a heinous act of terrorism and white supremacy. Ironically enough, he dodged calling for gun reform afterwards like he was dodging a bullet. I assume it has to do with the fact that Cruz raked in more than $300,000 in donations from the NRA during the 2018 election cycle. But several GOP lawmakers have gotten donations from the National Republican Rifle Association. More than $10 million is annually spent on gun lobbying within the political arena in the United States. Bitch McConnell and closet case Lindsey Graham voted against measures to increase gun safety while being some of the top recipients of NRA money. Nothing matters more than their wallets. Well, in Lindsey's case, his purse. Makes sense why Republicans banned federal funding for research on gun violence at the urging of the NRA. You know, after the CDC released research demonstrating that having firearms in the home sharply increased the risk of homicide. So Republicans in Congress rammed through legislation forbidding the CDC from spending any money to advocate or promote gun control. According to the GQP, promoting gun ownership is just fine. People like Lauren Boebert, Donald Trump Jr., and Marjorie Taylor Greene can flaunt and shove their guns down everyone's throats and even make political ads that threaten gun violence towards women of color. Looking at you, Marjorie. Oh, if looks could kill. Well, if they could, Marjorie wouldn't need a firearm, would she? Ugh. But any research that might indicate guns can cause social problems such as homicides or increased gun violence is forbidden. I'll tell you this, pro-life and pro-gun don't add up. Pro-life should be about ending gun violence, like the gun violence that happens too often in our country's schools. Republicans want guns to be as accessible as opioids. You see what I did there? We're in an opioid and no one will stop it. But that's because Republicans are making money off that epidemic too. Isn't that right, Marjorie? The GOP only cares about money and power. The only way they can stay in power is through voter suppression. That's why they've made it possible to buy a gun the same day you walk into a gun shop, but you can't vote the same day that you register. Republicans would rather you get a bullet rather than a ballot. Fewer voters would make them happier anyway. 253 bills across 43 states have been introduced to restrict voting access, despite no evidence of voter fraud. But 7 mass shootings in 7 days isn't enough to get them to bat an eye at gun reform. American taxpayers pay a daily average of $34.8 million for medical care, first responders, ambulances, police, and criminal legal services related to gun violence. Each gun fatality costs taxpayers over $270,000. But let's keep talking about how Democrats increase your taxes, shall we? The Second Amendment doesn't guarantee you a weapon of war. The Second Amendment doesn't say that any American can own any gun they want. If anything, it gives you the right to a fucking musket. But no one wants to take away your right to bear arms. Taking away rights is a Republican thing. Hello? We want to make weapons of war less accessible to reduce shootings because Democrats really are pro-life. The so-called pro-lifers say banning weapons won't stop people from getting their hands on them, but banning abortions will stop abortions, right? Okay. Enough is enough. I'm tired of living this Nancy Sinatra song, bang, bang, you shot me down. I'm tired of falling to the ground when a truck backfires. I'm tired of looking for escape routes in a movie theater just in case. I'm tired of hearing about yet another place I'm unsafe in this country because some greedy pricks want their pockets as full as our cemeteries. The fact is, we need a gun vaccine. And we have one. It's gun reform. I want everybody to have a great fucking day unless you don't want assault rifles banned.